Hello, Space Creatives. I'm back with another video to help you recharge your creative energy. Right now, we're constantly consuming the best of everything in the world all at once. It can get very overwhelming being someone that's also always on my phone and chronically online sometimes, just seeing like the best of the best of the best and considering how to compare yourself to what you're seeing. Here are some tips that I personally use to refresh and restart your creative energy. Let's get into it. Get comfy. Set your space to your mood. Consider everything like the lighting a candle, cozying up with pillows, blankets, music, YouTube in the background, a comfort show, comfort snacks, nice drinks, and fuzzy socks or pants. Anything that can make your environment more suitable to what relaxes you. I find it best when I'm very comfy. I'm in my best creative headspace because I feel very comfortable and in a position to create. Create when you feel like it. Not every piece is going to be the best, and sometimes you just need to get your feelings out in whatever media you choose. So, some days we can create a masterpiece just out of what we're thinking, and some days we just want to scribble and get something out of our system, and that's okay too. Not everything's about to be the Picasso, the piece of resistance, but at least you got it out, and it feels good, even if it doesn't look the best. Find inspiration. Often, I like to find inspiration by going out in the world and trying new things. Like if I try a new restaurant, I meet up with some friends, they might take me to a new place. I might read a scene from a book that makes me really excited, or see somebody in a movie that I think's really beautiful, and I'll like do some research about their characters. I might have a song stuck in my head, and the middle of that song will be like the perfect piece of like what I want to create. There might be a great part of the day that I might want to journal about, or that I could just draw because it's a moment that I want to keep remembering and a picture that I want to keep. There might be somebody cute that you saw and you might want to draw them, or just have their face or their details sketched into your brain for a while. Consume less digitally and more physically. So sometimes I realize that I'm overstressing myself out because I'm looking at all of this media and I'm just consuming so much that I'm starting to get very overwhelmed and I don't realize it. This is when I decide to take a step back from all of my digital media, all of my computers, phones, tablets, everything in that sort, and just consume more organically. Like, for example, I might play with my dog for an hour instead, pick up one of my physical books, like the piles of books that I haven't finished yet. Might decide to draw, sit outside for a while and just be in the sun. Anything that gets me that breakaway moment to think and it doesn't feel like I'm just forcing media down my brain so that I don't think. I might organize something, write about my experiences, do some breathing exercises, stretch, go for a little walk, just change my surroundings and a lot of stuff around me just so that I feel like I'm not grounded to any technology for a minute and I can just go back to simply breathing and thinking. Shake off the need to be great at anything immediately. I know. This one honestly takes me for a little jump too, just because when I start something, I'm the type of person, and I feel like a lot of people are, where we instantly want to be the best. You want to instantly pick up that pen and be like, this is the best thing I've ever drawn. This is the best thing I ever wrote. This is the best movie script, comic that I'm ever going to create. But everything takes time. I would say I'm going through that right now with crocheting. I see all the beautiful stuff that my friends make, and I'm like, I can't wait to get there. I'm going to get there tomorrow if I keep going. But everything takes learning and practice. Nobody popped up immediately the greatest of the great, and even the greatest of the great still have their little ruts, their little things that they run into. But that's the beauty of it. It's something you love to do, so there's going to be little hiccups, little challenges, but you can be the thing that gets yourself over that. We need to get over the embarrassment of being new at something. Everybody was new at something once. Like I was saying, every pro has been new at something once. And every person that's great, every person that went down in history as the greatest there was, didn't start out like that either. And that's the best thing about it. You're just learning to be more with yourself the more that you're learning something new. You're learning about your flow, your taste, how you like to do it compared to how other people like to do it. And even from those people, you can consider them inspirations and grab ideas from them and what they like to do. Let's say you are reading a book and you only want to read the first 5 words. That's okay. If you wanted to build Rome in a day, brick by brick, just by yourself, that's okay. If you got creative by drawing and listening to a podcast, that's great too. As long as you don't feel forced to push yourself or like you're putting yourself under a deadline to be creative or have fun in a way. I realize that even when it's like I want to draw and I'm very eager to draw, sometimes I just want to draw the start of things and I don't want to like fully whip out a finished piece that entire night because I just need time to get stuff out of my head onto the paper. I don't want to feel like I'm fully forcing myself or like this is a huge project that I have to get done right now. Everything deserves to be at your pace because you're the creative mind behind it. It shouldn't be like, oh, I'm forcing myself to do this. Oh, I'm forcing myself to do that. No, just go with the flow. Nobody's rushing you. Take your time and just breathe with it. This whole process is up to you, so go as fast or as slow as you need to. That wraps into the next one, which is going to be listening to yourself. You ever look around and say, hey, I really need to be doing that one thing that I kept saying that I had to do for like 3 weeks, including making this YouTube video? Well, write it down. Write it somewhere and keep that thought and hold on to it. Even if you feel like I need to be doing this right now, but I have so many other things. If it's not majorly important, like you're not like bursting at the seams to do that thing, do it at your own pace. Okay, it wraps into the last rule, I guess. So I consider listening to myself to be the best thing because as far as like creating anything, my YouTube videos, my writings, my drawing, dancing, any forms of media that I create, if I don't feel the best doing it and it is for somebody else, then I don't want to make it. If I don't feel like I'm being my most genuine form of myself by creating, then there's no point. What's the point of feeling rushed, of feeling overworked, overlooked, or that, oh, this would make somebody really happy to look at when I'm the person creating it? Always listen to your heart and do whatever you want to do. I know that sounds cliche, but it is true. We have to listen to ourselves because we're always going to be our best friend, our biggest fan, and our worst enemies. Anyways, I hope that helped you get back your creative spark today. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you continue to be creative and get your spark back. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.